heart. Funny when I break out a lifestyle dark. Honey when I write, get a tight flow spark. What a psycho chart, playing dice, go starter. Who are you? Better know yourself. Know your soul, gotta know your wealth. Slow your roll, get a hold, don't melt. And don't you fall when I feel like hell. Well, who am I? Am I and me? I'm not the one you wanna fuck with. Late nights messing up my sleep, so I'm flustered. Taking out aggression with my pen because I trust it. Writing, trying to get myself a lamb color cuss for the game. Leave him hanging by his chain. Click, bang, feeling rage, feeling fire in my brain, feel insane. And it's story, feel the flame. 45 to my brain, praying more and please help. No glory. So I'm flustered, taking out aggression with my pen because I trust it. Fighting, trying to get myself a lamb color custard.
Remember, I used to be that kid that every day would get rejected. Y'all got my story, the glory was painted on a song. I'm mortified but feel immortal. It's pen to this paper, always open up different portals. It's I and me, it's me and I'm by myself. I'm down the ride, I'm taking on the tide. Size of tsunamis touching the sky. I got a quick scan. It's time to move, leaving everything else behind. I got something to prove. I'm just riding away, no I ain't running away. I got memories set, oh I'm just finding my place where I belong to. Really glory in my soul. Hey, I'm riding away, I'm finding my place. Yeah, I gotta escape, yeah, that's what I gotta do. See you on the other side, see you on the other side, see you on the other side. We all know.
Oui, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Bon, j'étais un peu plus long. Je cherchais un bon tweet, une bonne image. Tac. Ah ouais, je voulais voir un truc, tiens. En fait, je sais pas pourquoi. Je vais mettre la cam. Hop. Des fois, le son du jeu bug. Mais c'est que le son du jeu. Parce que quand je parle au-dessus, moi, mon son à moi est pas bugué. Alors, je sais pas à quoi c'est dû. Je vais cut la musique. Je vais refresh les pages. Attendez 2 minutes. Putain, je me suis levé ce matin, il avait neigé. On attendait plus de la neige vers demain. Mais bon. On va pas se plaindre. Hop. Bon, je teste. Ah oui, c'est les récompenses Twitch. Je teste un truc pour les tweets. En gros, je l'ai fait générer par Groot, l'IA de Twitter. Et ce qui est fou, c'est qu'elle fait des tweets qui paraissent plus humains que moi. Vraiment, moi, quand je fais un tweet, on dirait un bot. Alors. Alors. J'ai dit que j'allais faire la quête tribale.
Whoa, we really did get teleported. It seems like this place is completely sealed off. Doesn't look like there's an exit anywhere. Let's take a look around and see what we can find.
J'ai vu un guide passer là du voyageur Pyro. Ils lui mettent l'arme de Shilonen et le but full défense. Mais juste parce que l'arme de Shilonen buff.
There are so many woven scrolls here. Paimon remembers seeing some of them before in other tribes. They seem to record historical events. This one really stands out from the rest. For starters, it's the biggest of them all. Wonder what... Yeah, you're...
Il y a un truc là.
Over there, something just flashed. Traveler, did you catch that? Oh, right. Paimon's with you. Aha! There is something hiding here. Yep, this looks like our ticket out of this place.
Ok.
Whew, we finally made it out.
It is just as I thought. You are indeed capable of undertaking this mission. Yes. You saw many distinctive-looking scrolls there, didn't you?
Sure did.
This specific kind of scroll was left to us by our ancestors. Upon investigation, I discovered what sets it apart is the use of a color not featured in ordinary scrolls. It is a most mysterious color that most people cannot even detect. I myself had to employ special techniques to confirm its existence, yet there are those who are born with a natural ability to perceive it. And that is...
You mean...
That space you just entered was an exhibition room for storing this variety of woven scrolls. Centuries ago, a great shaman by the name of Huitzilin put in place a security measure so that anyone who entered the room without permission, it exists to this day. And although I have not managed to decipher how it works, I have at least found out how to turn it on and off. Once someone is trapped inside, it is all but impossible for them to escape without outside help, unless they share the great shaman's ability to perceive that strange color. Clearly, you must have this ability, which leads me to believe that our Ictomisor Elder can sense this ability in people, and that it appoints a scroll weaver on this basis.
Another secret power? Traveler, you are full of mysteries. Still, having this ability doesn't change the fact that neither of us know where to start.
Don't worry about that. The method for weaving this kind of scroll appears to be largely the same as for an ordinary scroll. If my suspicions are correct, this dye is the key to weaving the scroll. The dyeing process is also a little different from the norm, but I don't anticipate any major issues there. As long as you two can source the dye itself, I can assist with the application.
Cool, we'll follow your lead.
Great! Then please use your abilities to source the necessary ingredients. And in the meantime, I will have someone prepare some fabric for... We'll make a few sample pieces to test out my hypothesis. If you agree to help, you can expect to be handsomely...
Agreed, especially if there's a reward in it.
Given the stakes involved for our tribe, I was thinking a substantial sum of mora would be appropriate. Surely that...
More works too. Anyway, how do we go about finding these ingredients? Are we supposed to just keep...
Thankfully not. I've already identified a location where I suspect they may be found. Your guide is waiting just outside.
Paimon coming in! Paimon!
C'est moi qui fais ça? Non, seul à toi.
I take it you're the ones appointed by Elder Talapo?
Yep, and
Call me Toltec. The chief asked me to be your guide for the day. His messengers already filled me in on the situation.
D'accord, ça commence comme ça commence vite. Et hier j'ai fait tous les shorts là à partir du live d'hier. J'ai fait, je crois, 14 shorts. Et j'ai pu en poster que 10, je crois, sur YouTube, 9 ou 10. Parce qu'il y a une limite de ce qu'on peut poster par jour. Je savais même pas.
Let's hope you'll put up a good fight.
of the valley. Hey there! Ha ha!
Here comes.
Hiya!
Busted. Let's finish this next time.
I'm loving this treasure hunt.
Il y a un truc là. Oh, j'ai pas fait. Je vais faire tout de suite. L'essai de personnage. Bah, Mauvika, on sait, on l'a eu dans la quête principale. Mais Cyclali, j'ai jamais essayé. En vrai, de l'avoir essayé, Mavuika, ça m'a donné envie de la jouer. Mais le truc, c'est que je ne comprends toujours pas la moto. Pour moi, elle a aucun sens. Hein.
Let's do
Grab
this
the
then.
engines! Light up the blazing sun!
Yes, you are. Let's finish this next time.
Wrath from the sky! Try and stop me!
Voilà, un casque, elle a pas ses lunettes. What?
Light of the blazing sun!
Time to say hello. Farewell.
Not now. Cold.
Freeze. Don't get frostbite.
Rise with the sun! Try and stop me! Wrath from the sky! Rev the engines!
Ouais, ça a l'air assez fort.
I'm tired already.
Ok.
Show no mercy. Sha! Watch out! You two! Time to end them! Watch out! Sha!
Ninjutsu! Bye! Yeah.
Up to it, Manzai. Oh, so sorry. Dodge this.
Sha! Suffer the wrath of Eastly! Fulfill our pact! Sha! Sa! Ha! Sha!
Cool it. Don't get frostbite. Ta! Many happy returns. Hey, what kid?
Bye! Come on out!
You two! Time to end them!
Oh, so sorry. Dodge this. Up to it, Manzai. This moment will be frozen.
Ninjutsu! Gotta dash!
Get to work! East Laline! East Papa! Get him! Yeah!
Cool it. Many happy returns.
Ok. Bon, j'aime un peu moins Citlali. Peut-être que le shield est très fort, mais...
Let's spark things up a little. You're in.
No, my sword! Rain cutter!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! You're toast!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up! Adventure time! Huh?
Nice and spicy!
Yeah! Witness the power of Guwa!
Hey, yeah! Boba, get them!
Everybody stand back!
Surrender and it'll be gentle.
Ok.
Can't handle your drink!
Punishment! Judgment!
Mighty mythical beast.
Teamwork is dreamwork! You can't run!
Après, c'est Rosalia que j'aime bien.
Yeah!
Many happy returns.
Diana special!
Everybody stand back! You can't run! Punishment!
Up to it, Manzai.
Je vais regarder. Comment on build? Bureau. Mavuika. Ouais, donc codex obsidienne, ça c'est bien. Ouais, au niveau des armes, j'ai rien de bien. C'est ça le problème. Au niveau des armes, j'ai rien de bien. Faut y mettre genre Citlali ou Shilonen. Voilà, c'est marqué E. Mais bon, chez Shilonen. Navia, je peux la mettre avec n'importe qui, c'est pas grave. Je vais regarder sur d'autres sites. Mavrika Build. Sur Game 8.
I really want to go traveling with... I don't mind where we go. As long as I have my friends with me.
Black Cliff Slasher. C'est quelle épée? Je crois que je l'ai. Candle Shadow. Après j'ai ça. En vrai ça peut être pas mal. Hein. Non, j'ai aucune des épées qui recommande. En vrai, je pense que ça peut être pas mal. Notre rôle. Parce qu'il faut quand même pas mal de recharge d'énergie, j'ai l'impression. Marvika, Shilonen, Furina, Bennett. Ça peut être pas mal. Oh, l'arme de Mavrika ne donne que 11% de crit rate. Mais je l'ai pas celle-là, Black Cliff Slasher. Oh, ça donne que... C'est peut-être au niveau 1. Ouais, bah attaque 42. Ça donne 55 de dégâts crit. Description. Auto-obtain. Ah, Star Glitter. Exchange. Ok. C'est dans la boutique. C'est ceux qu'on a là. Je me demande si c'est pas celle-là même. Ça doit être celle-là. Ah, j'hésite. Qu'est-ce que je fais? On va déjà finir la quête tribale. voudrais bien aller sur Honkai
So
aussi.
the guy is somewhere in this cave, huh?
This is as far as I can take you. Only the appointed ones may.
Why is...
Kind of a long story. Apparently, there's a certain fruit that grows in this. Many years ago, our ancestors set out to make a series of ambitious works of graffiti art. However, they didn't want anyone to see their... To bypass the seal, you have to have mastered the art of color perception.
Oh, right.
The strange thing is, our ancestors never removed the seal. Since it was sealed off, the only person who's been inside is the great... According to her, the artwork tells the story of a hero, but I digress.
So you're sure you don't want to come with...
I'll pass. I tried to get in once, but the seal blocked my way. I tried getting my Iktomi sword to clear it with its powers, but even that didn't work. I guess it's supposed to be a test left there by our ancestors. If you don't pass the test, you're not worthy of viewing their works of art. Don't worry about me, though. I wouldn't be joining you this time even if I was able to get in. Unlike our chief, I don't have the guts to challenge our traditions.
Fair enough. All right, we'll try not to...
Ah, c'est cette grotte là.
Looks like there's no way past. Maybe try the same thing as before? Hey, it worked! Let's head in and take a look. This should be the place. That fruit Toltec mentioned should be the one on the wall, right? Now the only question is, which ones do we pick? Well, go...
On a le panorama. Ah, salut Momo, comment ça va? Comment je les mets déjà les peintures? Je m'en rappelle plus. C'est pas comme ça. Ah. Ok. Le bleu c'est le long. Je l'ai pas ramassé, si? Si. Le coffre là-bas, il s'est pas déverrouillé. Pyroculus.
These should be worth something. Go on, take it.
Ah ouais, ça donne un boost ça. Ok. Continue d'explorer. Comme ça. Comment je sais où est-ce que je dois le placer? J'essaie de me repérer avec quelque chose, mais...
Let's finish this fast. Let the mountain's veins boil. Where's that come from? Hey there! Fire!
Ouais, faut que je passe sur le son des voix.
Teamwork is
Trop fort.
dreamwork. Gotcha. Bring it.
Oh, puis maintenant faut les peindre. Paramètres.
Paimon coming in.
Bah. Pourquoi ça va pas se colorer? Bleu, vert, jaune. Celle-là, elle est bien rouge. Bon là la quête me dit d'aller ailleurs.
You saw something, right? Whatever it was, grab it. These guys and do you think maybe there's more artwork further inside? Oh, no need. Paimon was just thinking. Let's head back and
J'ai besoin de voir du coup, est-ce que c'est avec ça que je dois? Bah non. Ouais, je crois que je vais baisser le son un peu ici. Là, je le mets à 3,5. Je pense que c'est mieux.
I'm loving this treasure hunt. All right.
we're back, and we found the ingredients for the.
Sounds like you made it through the seal then. It's getting late. Follow.
Toltec has updated me on your progress. Well done.
Sure thing. Here's the stuff for the dye.
I see.
Got it.
Please come with me. Take a look at this. It's a woven scroll made by one of our ancestors.
Ooh.
The person depicted is the legendary shaman, xAurelien. She lived 200 years ago and was once appointed by the xAurelien Elder. She was especially skilled in the art of color manipulation. This scroll is a record of her deeds and was most likely the work of her own hand. But sadly, since she passed away, all of our xAurelien Elder's subsequent appointees have had to rely on the gift from the spirit. That's a good way of putting it. My only quibble with your phrasing would be, it's not just me, but us.
No pun.
Bring out the samples. Now, as I mentioned, the dyeing process is a little complicated, but I am confident you will. The pattern has already been sketched out on the sample, so you just need to dye each block with the correct color. But you'll need to wait for the dye to fully soak in between each step. Ha ha ha! Good! The dye is taken to the fabric.
Salut Momo.
The pattern is
Comment
crisp
ça va?
and clear. Next, apply all the remaining.
Okay, final step. Did it work? Paimon doesn't see it.
Oh, that color isn't showing up. The dyeing has failed. No, your technique was flawless. You did everything exactly as instructed. It would have made no difference if I'd done it myself.
Then what went wrong?
It could be the weaving technique. Or maybe the dye has to be applied in a different way. Oh, whatever the case. It looks like I have failed to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Sorry, Paimon wishes we could do more to help.
Je suis 58.
I am the one who should be apologizing. I made you do so much work, and I will of course honor my commitment to compensate you for your trouble, but I do hope you won't give up on this task.
Don't worry, we're not quitters. Paimon does have a question though. This whole process of recording history on woven scrolls seems... You said yourself you're all about change and reform. Well, this seems like a pretty good place to start, don't you think? Writing things down would be easier.
Non, merci pour le follow.
Your records would be...
I think you've perhaps misunderstood my philosophy, but that's okay. I can answer your question, but there's somewhere I need to show you first.
Oh, sure.
Cool. Look at this view. What do you think?
It's gorgeous!
Now, try looking a little further.
Whoa, that graffiti!
In all the years since the founding of our tribe, those colors have been with us. It is true that I seek to bring new life to this ancient tribe through change and reform. But I also understand there are certain foundational things. The foremost of these is the way we record.
Oh, that makes sense.
Since the very beginnings, our tribe has always sought to bring color to history. So, whatever it takes, I must find a way for us to continue.
You're completely right. Paimon's sorry for what she said earlier. It was out of line.
It's quite all right. I'm just grateful. Then let us hope that when we next...
Hop. Qui c'est qu'on va voir du coup, Citlali ou Ronron? J'ai cru voir des fois tuer, non? C'est qui ça?
What are the Fatui doing? That's a little concerning. Let's go over there and also, how did they get this close to a tribal settlement? Huh. All the Fatui left in Natlan are probably the captain's subordinates. Still, once a Fatus, always a Fatus. Something seems off seeing them here. Ahem! What are you guys?
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our...
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a...
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes, but a priest recommended Grudok and his squad. I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlan is quite positive.
So that's what happened.
Precisely! Montluçon, at your service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait. You must be the Traveler and his fairy
Oh, you know us?
A golden-haired traveler with a floating companion. There's no mistake. Your exploits in Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize you.
Wow, we're really famous at this point.
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two. You see...
So, you chased us all the way to Natlan? That's a little creepy.
You'll be generously rewarded, I promise you.
Well, at least he got straight to the point. Should we hear what he has to say? All right.
You know the great shaman Sitlali, right? I need her help with something.
Yeah, but the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked? Yeah, see, Lolly really doesn't like...
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. But they told me if you manage it, I'll even double your pay.
Oh yeah, we should definitely get to the...
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Alie, if you could.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing. Nice to meet you. The name's Alie. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Unlike most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins. That's why I was invited to join Monsieur Montluçon's team. Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Huitzilin? Yes. According to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over 200 years ago, and the most adept in her tribe at using that particular technique. Out of all of her exploits, her most celebrated is the Battle of Seven Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion. Amazingly, Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color. The color was extraordinary, illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that Huitz trapped all the enemies inside. This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack.
Anyway, that's the gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your time. That story, when I heard this story for the first historical record, even within the Masters of the Night Wind, people dispute the legitimacy of the story. If that were the case, the story would...
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
Attendez, je vais aller voir un truc. C'était bizarre. J'ai l'impression que quelqu'un montait les escaliers.
Well, you see,
c'est bizarre alors que je suis tout seul.
The collection is restoring the truth of history. That's why I'm here. But I was refused that.
According to my not to mention this.
We've been over this, Alier. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a... Exactly. If she agrees to be my consultant...
Oh, that...
So, what do you say?
Well, it's not that we don't want to help you. Oh, right. The duty the chief gave us. Who knows? The Battle of All right, we'll help you convince Seatlali.
Of course.
Bon, elle habite pas dans le village.
So, this is where the great shaman lives? A bit far from civilization, isn't it?
For someone like Citlali, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down,
We're here for a reason, Alier. As agreed, you two can do the talking.
Okay, we'll go knock on the door.
J'espère qu'elle n'est pas la gueule de bois.
Citlali? Are you there? We need your help with something. Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home. Oh, Granny Eatsley? Are you home?
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first. Traveler!
Looks like we came at a bad time. Well, at least we didn't get turned.
Je pense qu'elle a vite fait ranger son bordel.
Huh. So this is where Citlali lives.
I didn't have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself. Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonists. Also, I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
She sure does care a lot about what we think of her.
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses to you? You're not still, It's my duty as a great shaman to check that kind of thing.
Oh, you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my head?
What?
I can still hear you, you know. Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts. It was just a simple spell. I use it on you, and now it's on the fritz. Forget it. Just tell me why you're here.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their...
So they asked the hero of Natland to put in a good word? Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's...
The pay is really good.
Doesn't matter. I'm busy.
She sure doesn't look busy. Paimon knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
From you?
Yeah. We were given a sacred duty to help your tribe weave a special scroll.
Huh? So, you're the appointed ones this time?
We were surprised too! After all, we have no idea how to weave a scroll but with Chef Biram's help, we were able to make some progress. We still haven't succeeded, but we learned that the key to weaving the scroll is a special kind. The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too. She's giving us that face again. Did Paimon?
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue or if it was foreshadowed all along.
Does that mean you won't help us?
I need to think about it.
Then there's still hope.
Hey, what's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
You agreed to let us do the talking.
Elle va sortir, elle va y mettre une patate.
Stand down, Grudok. As your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait.
Understood.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so... Apologies for the disturbance. Grudok is a recent hire, so difficult to restrain.
You're lucky you didn't force Sweet Lolly's hand.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little performance? I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision. Pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel, except 10 times worse. That's all I came out here to say.
Whoa.
Traveler, we have a
You live up to your name, Granny Itztli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven...
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that? Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin was a friend of yours. You two must have been close. If I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, all of Teyvat will learn the truth. With your support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land. Inspiring, don't you think?
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
I'm honored.
Save it. I agreed to help the Traveler, not you. You'll just have to...
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Who are you calling heartless?
Not a problem. I always planned to work with the Traveler. So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea what...
Talk at me, why don't you? Fine. No, no, and no. I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia. You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
All right. Even if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Alier, you had an idea about where to start.
Oh, well, my plan was to consult the members of the tribe in charge of recording history.
Then, let's start there. Traveler, what do you say to official...
Bon, je vais aller voir pourquoi mon chien gueule. Je pense qu'il a envie d'aller faire pipi. Là, qu'il se réveille. Je vais aller voir. Ici ou pas? Non. Parce que j'ai ma belle-sœur qui doit arriver aussi.
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Sweet Lolly.
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as much as anyone else in my tribe.
But how?
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it. That's how.
But Molusan said the two of you were close friends. The battle was legendary.
Close friends? More like arch rivals. Something Montlusan would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing. All students from Weeziling's School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation. Those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me. Of course, none of them ever succeeded. So, after Weeziling's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough. As my rival, Weeziling only had one achievement that surpassed my own. And that was the Battle of Seven Colors. I can only assume she had some kind of secret technique at her disposal. It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique is no different than handing it to me on a silver platter. As if she would give away...
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyway, all of that is secondary. Like I said, I'm only here to help you fulfill your duty. Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done. Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a shaman. Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
Excuse me, Great Shaman, but we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Okay.
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Weeziling used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the...
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll. Besides, constructing a maze out of color?
Weeziling was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled...
That's the biggest problem! She had students. Why not pass it down? A technique that powerful? And no shaman since has ever used it?
Her students are keeping it a secret, of course. If you knew a technique like that, you'd be a fool to show it to just anyone.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask, is there anything we can use to prove the...
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our tribe insist on clinging to outdated views of history. I'd give up now if I were you. It only gets more ridiculous from here.
Please don't fight.
Wow, so the battle really is controversial.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about?
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my... Neither side was able to offer anything useful. What should we do?
Weeziling was a passionate teacher. We were opposites in that sense. The technique she used in the battle must have been her masterpiece. There's every reason to pass it on. Still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an invasion, it also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret. We should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm the technique exists, we can deduce certain things about the battle.
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high positions in the tribe. Not the type of people outsiders like us can speak to.
Right. The obsidian altar is off limits to you. But,
Is there a problem?
most of Wheatsealing students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before I wiped the floor with them. If I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
Yeah, Paimon can see.
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor. Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, Traveler. Fine, I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
Alright, the rest of you can wait for us here.
We appreciate the help.
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Eatsley?
What is she doing here?
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially take over the tribe?
Whoa, it's like they really do.
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to—
Ugh, you talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
So, you're here to
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it? You want their name, don't you?
We should just run!
Yeah, with the hero of Natlan here, Granny Eatsley will be on her best behavior.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the Traveler and his companion. That does make—
We wanted to ask about the technique you inherited from Wheat.
Huh. So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after year, just as our master instructed. Sounds like she's finally had enough.
Well, you're not wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us needs to run!
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Seatlally?
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head. I'm Granny Eatsley. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? No one has the guts for that. You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy, we're not going down without a—
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Traveler?
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Our deepest apology.
Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
From what I can tell, in a single word—
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat— That's not—
Oh, you forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe. Where are your manners?
But
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over with.
Understood. Now, as successors of Wheatsealing, I understand your friction with Granny Eatsley. However, Elder Tlapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. You would do well to respect— So, mind your manners and allow Granny Eatsley to—
Good thing Elder Tlapo and Chief... Tlappo? Hey, he seems pretty happy that
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yeah, Elder Tlappo.
Elder Tlappo, huh? He's still Claw to me. Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Ictomisaur Elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position.
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Witzeline's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time, we got to know each other. She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch of friends over the years, right?
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Oh,
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past. 200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw? I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back.
Hey there, Chief Biram. Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time.
I'm just grateful you haven't.
Actually, we have good news. We found another clue.
I'm all ears.
It's the Battle of 7 Colors.
Huitziline's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation.
True, but Granny Eatsterly promised to help.
Is that so? Huh. I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out.
Hey, don't complain. None of the previous chiefs succeeded either.
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention. It was a comment on my own failings.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty.
Je vais essayer de finir ce dialogue et puis je vais descendre après.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time.
If I may.
Normalement, je devrais pas en avoir pour longtemps.
Concerns the history of memory is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great shaman. I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe.
I get your point. Of course, the one time I wish you could read my mind. No.
Huh?
It's not important. Rest assured, Biram, with my...
You have my thanks, then.
Reviens. Bon, je sais pas ce qu'elle fout. Quelle heure elle m'avait dit? 10h25. Je suis dégoûté, j'ai fait tomber ma fleur du coup.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Wheatzelian's legacy?
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't. But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good and answer my
Ah, la
questions.
voilà enfin, putain. Bon, je vois bien. Je suis désolé pour tous ces contretemps.
Fine, ask away.
Je suis dégoûté, toute la terre elle est par terre.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Je sens le chien. Je peux laver les mains.
Of course, it's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Je me suis dépêché.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
It doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with that. After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witnesses, it's hard to refute detractors.
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related to the
Listen, we know you were rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Wheatsealing most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was very proud of it, proud enough to pass it on to her disciples.
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. No.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Master's body of work is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort. Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions. So even though we see ourselves as representatives of Wheatsealing's school of shamanism, actually, I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family felt—
But if they inherited Wheatsealing's secret techniques, shouldn't—
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their address.
I'll mark it out on your map.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of this That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
Elle nous aime trop, c'est pour ça. Ah, c'est vrai, il y a quand c'est bouffon.
Proving the legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result. Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking— Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right? You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end. Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra, if that's what it takes.
What makes you say that?
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
You think—
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment. By figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get closure.
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that—
Alright, let's go visit the shaman family.
C'est pas très loin.
Hello, are you a shaman?
Yep, that's me.
Huh? Granny Eatsley!
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eatsley. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
Man, this is generational trauma at this point.
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eatsley. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
Okay, so your family studied under Huitzilin, right?
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Huitzilin didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether. Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Huitzilin was a genius. None of her students have been able to fully reproduce her talent.
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember hearing my grandfather talk about them, but it's not—
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that could
decide the outcome of a battle? No. Besides, my family wasn't really known for our talent. If a technique like that exists, I doubt Huitzilin would pass it on to us. You might have better luck asking one of the priests. They're descendants of Huitzilin's most gifted students.
Well, looks like we're back where we started.
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors took place. Alier,
all we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together an interview, but that's not going to hold up in academic circles.
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Yeah, you know about it?
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Huitzilin's stories were passed down to us as well. Say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories. And of course, the Battle of Seven Colors is the most
We don't need another story. We need something concrete. Does no one in your tribe understand?
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Really?
Well, it's Huitzilin's personal account of the events, so it's a lot more detailed. For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
That means you can tell us where to find it. Have you ever been to this?
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natlan before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
Could your ancestors be mistaken, Mr.?
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but we're serious about these. In the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down more than secret arts.
If Huitzilin's version of events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is complete.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostuk cave?
Oh, yes?
It's been more than 200 years. Huh.
What do you mean?
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostuk cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Huitzilin was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, once we get there, the evidence we need should be at—
Just when we thought all hope was lost. I never—
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Seatlolly? Maybe he could get you some that are out of print.
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power is a must. It's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare.
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was Yae Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market. It's opened the door to a new genre after readers grew tired of isekais. The sales speak for themselves. Actually, Yae Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago, but it's almost impossible to get. Anyway.
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What were the titles again? Reborn as...
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry.
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level of expertise.
Amateur.
Of course. Sounds like a perfect arrangement.
Once we get there, it'll take a bit more work to determine...
Well, I'm sure Miss Sitlali can help.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening, and I have important plans tonight. You expect me to work?
Well, what do you think, traveler? Okay, we'll find a place to rest for the night. When should we meet tomorrow?
He's persistent, huh?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Great shamans have important matters to attend to. That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
All right, as Miss Sitlali instructed.
Salut.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask, is Granny Eatsley satisfied?
Yeah, of course. You really helped us.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't offend her some.
You're really that scared of her?
To be honest, Granny Eatsley almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes from... She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
Well, thanks for today, Sitlali.
That's quite considerate of you. All right, let's grab a few...
Wait, didn't you say you had important plans tonight?
What did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years? Now Paimon's worried about...
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over.
Okay.
Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind-reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I'd rather do it in private.
Oh, c'est loin. Quand même bien pratique pour escalader.
No, further up.
Further up? Whoa, this is like a secret base!
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company. So, let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great! The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks.
Oh, la descente.
Now for the mind-reading issue. Give me your hand. It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break. That should do it. Right? You're not wrong. Hold on. Why do I still hear you in my head? Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough? Close your eyes. Oh, please work, please work. A great shaman should be able to handle... Okay, what about now? Huh? And now? Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect... That was just to help with the spell. For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to drown in the sea of consciousness without a concept of self.
Wait, that sounds bad.
I read that in a light novel. When it comes to the real world, I think it's pretty accurate.
Is Lolly drunk? She's not.
Anyway, well...
Hearing the Traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease him. That's what Paimon would do.
It's just... I'm not good at this. Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready. I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach.
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so far away? You could easily become a leader of your tribe.
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance. But it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can try to water it, even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the following year. The one you remember won't be there. That's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day. Just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years. Until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better if the people in my memories are nothing more than fleeting strangers.
See, Lolly.
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that. Really? Then you should understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one day. Traveler?
Is something wrong?
Stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
Okay, she's definitely drunk. See, Lolly, maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the Traveler said. Just gotta think of a response. I'll think of something.
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she asleep?
I'm fine.
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us? She seems kind of...
Bye. Gonna walk back alone. Need some time to think.
All right.
Ok. Ah ouais, au fait. Il y avait un giga volcan qui crachait de la lave de temps en temps. On le voit plus. Ça a été remplacé. Je crois que ça doit être à peu près où il n'y a aucun athlon. Va falloir que j'y aille là-bas.
This should be the place we decided to meet. Who knows if Sweet Lolly will show up on time? She drank so much last night, she might not. Sweet Lolly!
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago. Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought. The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching.
So that's why you're here so early.
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you
Ils sont un peu
waiting.
plus.
Shall we head out?
Just follow me. I'll confirm the location.
Of course.
Il y a une entourloupe là.
This should be it.
So the battlefield is inside this.
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle...
Everyone ready?
Un donjon? Ouais. Glace et anémaux. Merde.
I want to help.
Mettre sucrose. Au cas où il y a une stèle anémo. Et pour le cryo, ils vont nous mettre système.
When the abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
All the items here should be useful for our research.
You're not to touch a single one without my knowledge.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter.
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested in the Battle of...
Well, Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together.
All the bases.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere.
Whoa, we passed straight through! What was that? Some kind of color magic?
It's very close to the technique xAurelien might have used.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in...
Still, what a terrific archaeological find!
Enough chit-chat. We should keep going.
Moi je veux le coffre.
Take me up!
All right.
Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because on our
C'est pas Citlali?
person, we were carrying the same color as the wall. Let's put the spear down and see what happens.
Oh, you're right. We can keep going now.
Fin de résurrection. Il dirait aucun athlon.
Wait, what was that? What is this place?
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space. This isn't reality.
Huh?
No. This is a space constructed using memories as a medium. The principle is similar, but the two are not correct. xAurelien?
What?
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after...
Friends, this is my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory. After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love, and compassion that our enemies fell to the Abyss? That is why, with our memories, we possess a power. I have discovered the perfect medium for us to wield that weapon. You know it as color. The more cherished the memory, the more vivid its color. As memories disappear, their color fades first. Guided by vibrant colors, your capacity for memory is what will allow you to navigate this maze. Without that capacity, enemies will fail to cross the barrier in front of them. So, be brave, my friends!
Any ideas, xAurelien?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Not surprising. She always did have to handhold her talentless
Ok.
There are monsters here too?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago. Let's light it up! I'm going in! Hey there! Watch out!
S'ouvre.
What's with these color-changing blocks? You and St. Lolly fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
Must be one of the mechanics of the maze. I'm guessing the purpose is to help allies now.
Oh no, more monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them.
Fire! Well,
Hear the echoes of the valley!
coming at ya. Hey there! This place is so pretty. If not for those monsters, Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad. I'll give her that.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
Bon, ça va, c'était assez facile. C'était pas si labyrinthique.
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
Hold on. This is...
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside the sphere.
It's like a miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the power of memories and create... Without that power, it's just a normal dye. But the color it produces is still quite rare. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of Seven Colors actually took...
The expert has spoken!
Perhaps I could take a closer look? It's an important piece of
No, you may not.
What are you doing?
Ah, you noticed my signal. Not bad, Traveler. We make a good team.
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please, that work was a commercial success across Teyvat. I knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like this.
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself. What if it gets damaged or destroyed?
Shut it! I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of trash. I would destroy—
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle
What if that was my goal all along?
What?
Huh. Pretending to be a book merchant? Pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes was the only way to get information out of the people. But make no mistake, I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company. But the dye in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even get off the ground.
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine Law demands it be taken down immediately.
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan, made with a even more miraculous. That substance dates back hundreds of years.
How? Creating this die is the culmination of my entire life's work! You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too—
Calm down, sir!
Sorry, it's just— I know this product will be a hit. Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best in the world. All we need to do is publish— We don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlan. No one will believe such an innovative product could come from a—
That goes against all of Fontaine's advertisement regulations.
What if I give you a portion of the profits? All you have to do is let the advert—
You're trying to bribe me? Careful. I'm dangerously close to report—
I knew if I was just allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller. But now, no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation I will never accept that someone from this backward—
Even when the truth is right in front of you?
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder. I'm already in the printing industry. All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed report about my findings. Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's awful. What happened to restoring the truth?
That plan has— you mean a hero of Natlan who's not actually from Natlan? And a great shaman who, according to rumor, abandoned her tribe long ago. From a practical perspective, there's no reason for either of you to stand against—
Shows what you know.
Oh, since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people who get on my bad side?
The wrath of Granny Itzley. Like I said, our interests aren't at odds. I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation, considering Whitzelin was your rival. You've lived longer than her, you're far stronger than her, and yet, she has always been more with the backing of the printing industry, I can take any book and send it to all, and in my version, I can erase the Battle of 7—
That's not real history.
That's a no, then? Your history means nothing to me.
Done running your mouth? Good.
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
That's right. I didn't pay all that Mora for nothing.
Wait, aren't you subordinates of the captain? Why are you helping someone who wants to erase—
The captain. United in the pursuit of Mora, we travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to Regrader, his interests, and his wealth.
Regrader?
The captain means nothing to them. They serve a different harbinger altogether. Regrader!
This man has the potential to become a giant in the printing industry and disrupt Fontaine's
It's all been a lie from the very beginning!
I don't care who you serve. Fulfill our pact! You two! Time to— Everybody stand back!
Let engraved names echo!
Hey there! Fire! Well, animal hypostasis emulate? Stand clear.
Stop! Eat lolly! Eat papa!
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Watch out!
That's what you get for messing with the hero of Natlan and Granny Eatsley. They could give Regrader—
When did this person get so strong? Looks like the men following the captain failed to update us on the latest intelligence. Not good. This is becoming more trouble than it's worth.
Hey, what about our contract? Your boss signed it himself.
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. That's what makes him the best. Go home and read the fine print. All I did was trigger the exculpatory clause. The other stipulations have been fulfilled. I set up explosives around the cave, strong enough to destroy this place, as instructed. Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at a
What? This whole place is gonna...
You were supposed to wait until I made it out. Are you
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off. Ah!
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll make a break for...
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup.
Wait, don't!
Where are we? Back in the maze? Our surround good point. She'll know how to get out of here. Let's see. See, Lolly? Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do? The special color? The one you saw on that woven scroll? You're right.
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly...
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question will be trapped in a temporary space like this. If you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction. But I can't fault someone for using it as a last resort.
I knew it! Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
This is no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about to collapse. I know time flows differently in this place, but that still doesn't leave us much time. Can you help me get out?
You misunderstand, Lolly. I'm nothing more than a fragment of memory. There's not much I can...
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated, right? The exit of your maze. I remember its structure. If I create an exit here, I can leave. You just need to tell me how to manipulate...
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of many warriors of Natlan. When people leave deep impressions on each other, these connections are particularly That is how I created my maze. The connections between the memories were my need. But if that color is crudely combined with an isolated memory, this space is a combination of my color and your memories. Because there are no connections at your disposal.
Over 200 years, and not a single lasting connection. This is my...
Well, at the very least, you have a connection to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be...
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace. Still, it's a shame you're not around. You said it yourself. A memory fragment can't be used to...
See, Lolly.
But now that I have the chance to talk to you again, your special technique. You didn't pass it on to your students. You passed it on to the rival you could never beat.
So you figured it out.
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain the technique at the center of all this is the same one you taught me all those years ago. But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, it might as... I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here. But if this is a foreshadowed event, I'm not happy with the narrative setup.
See, Lolly, ever since you learned that technique, you've been able to see a special color.
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique. But it isn't my invention. It's something I discovered in the work of our ancestors. More specifically, you could call it, in truth, passing on the technique is a process of... Yes, the technique has the power to decide
Tiens, Cabo, tu vas aller sur mon PC encore.
But in my opinion, You are fated to live a far longer life than me, so I wanted to leave a little color behind.
Your color, you mean?
One day, you too will want to leave behind your color in someone else's memory.
I have to get out of here. That's...
See, Lolly, what are you...
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of your memories.
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. My friends are worth the risk. Traveler?
When you entered the realm of memory I constructed, I used your memories to learn about your recent experience.
Moi, je vais y aller parce qu'elle s'énerve.
I have a feeling.
C'est chiante.
You're the one who will be saved this time. After 200 years, someone has appeared by your side. The kind of person I could have never anticipated. The Night Kingdom harbors Natlan's memories, and the Traveler's connection to that realm is incredibly strong, surpassing... This means that, even without your tutelage, he can see the color of memories.
What did you say?
Although he doesn't know how to wield it, he unknowingly left behind a trace of color in your memory. That was enough to guide him to this space. You now have a connection at your disposal. Well, Silali, it looks like part of this was foreshadowed, but the rest is a surprise.
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Silali's voice!
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas. Cherish them.
Wheat ceiling.
Silali!
Paimon, Traveler. Hold my hand.
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so... Woo! We made it out! Wonder what happened to the Fatui guy.
He was most likely trapped inside that space. The external structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape.
He still preferred that to being caught, huh? They were standing a bit further away, right? They probably...
Hello?
It's one of Malu Son's employees! Quick,
I can explain. I had no idea Malu-san was such a terrible person. I couldn't stop him from running, so I stayed behind and tried to find people to help rescue you. I'm so glad you managed to get out of there.
Either way, the guards will take you back to the tribe. You'll be their problem.
I understand.
Anyway, I'm not here to harp on you. I just need to know one thing.
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
That way? Unless he suddenly grows a pair of wings. Traveler, Paimon.
Ah, le Frankelder.
It's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs! They caught Malu Son!
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion. Looks like it's time for
my bank balance. No! No!
What's wrong with him?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most. It's particularly effective on weak-minded people.
Serves him right!
I know, it was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the day.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlap...
Forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive.
Right, the special scroll. But...
Don't worry, Witzeline's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me, I'll explain everything at my house. Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory? I knew you'd want to tag along.
Allez. Oh, il y a... Ça y était pas avant. Le truc de pêche. Faudra que j'aille voir ce qu'il y a. S'il y a une arme ou pas. Moi je sais toujours pas si je pull ma Wicca ou pas.
Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger. But if we're going to pass on Witzeline's technique, your participation is critical.
What are you saying, Seatla?
Follow me.
Quand on a une voiture à l'entière, je vais aller voir.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
C'est pas ici. C'est moi, non?
Scrolls. scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent. You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight, so I'll let you beat me with words.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories. So, do you know why our ancestors insisted on using color? Because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit, so the dead can still enjoy the abundance of our harvests.
I know that, but something this important? What?
As your friend, I admit. I don't have long, Sitali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. For now.
Just this once. I understand now, xAurelien. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it. Traveler, Paimon?
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons of time. I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey. When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
I knew you would understand.
This is the special scroll. How did you know how to weave it, Seat Lolly? Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the special scroll. That must mean...
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them. The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my tricks.
You've carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people, why not teach someone else?
Traveler, you can see the special color. The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories. Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory. And even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time. And, well, ever since Sweet Celine died.
Oh, yeah.
It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever. But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I felt about the situation. I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend. This time, though, you win, Claw. Take this. I guess it's my response to what you told me.
What is it?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief. Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate, too. A memory living on in someone else's head. Since you have a long lifespan, you're the perfect candidate to bear this memory and carry my color in your mind. Just keep it safe. And you better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think?
Isn't that what friends are for?
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Seat Lolly, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too...
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind-reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the... Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Now, although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory, which means that when I shared my senses with you, a connection was created between our memories. And that connection is what caused my original spell to go haywire.
So, you can hear the Traveler's thoughts because you left traces of color in each other's memories? And that's why the Traveler could hear your thoughts too, because it works both ways, right?
Quick thinking. But only those trained in the mystic arts can maintain that level of connection. That's why I can still hear the Traveler's thoughts, but not... There's no need to worry, though. Now that I've figured out how it works, I'll get rid of it in no time.
Oh.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories. So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again. I knew it. Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only way to get rid of the effect is for one of us just messing with you. I'm a legendary shaman of my tribe. Now that I know the cause, of course I can figure out how to fix it. It'll probably take some time though, so bear with me for now. Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing. Oh, unless I've had a few drinks. A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this whole telepathy mess, I could. No promises, though. Some thoughts are better.
Ah, you did it? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been...
Wow! The scroll is finished already!
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
Yeah, we should explain. Take it away, Traveler.
Hmm.
You don't look surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, adopt now, it's just a matter of preserving this secret. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique.
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the After all, memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. You completed your task admirably.
All right, we'll leave that.
And please, we interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended. And it turns out he's the reason some among our tribe started to question our history. He hired people to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. The recent friction within the tribe isn't... We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authorities in a few days.
So he was behind the controversy in the first place. Guess it's easier to invest. Anyway, that clears it up. People don't just question their history.
Until we meet again.
Non, elle est en haut. Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait là?
You told him everything, right?
Yep. We left out the part about your contribution, but it kind of seemed like...
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits. I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
Huh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere.
Oh, it's the other Fontanian researcher. It was a...
Please, call me Allier. After questioning, the tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing. So, here, I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all. But I wanted to finish my investigation first. I'd like to ask some questions about xAurelien. I want people outside of Natlan to hear her story, but my understanding still has some holes.
Questions? Huh! Why should I let an Outlander tell our story?
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. It's just honest curiosity, I assure you. I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick. I have important plans after.
Oh, thank you very much.
Another day, another drained social battery.
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to Yai Publish, but I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
Of course! We'll get them sent to you.
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm hungover.
And this is?
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time. You'll disturb my sleep.
D'accord. Il nous a donné la clé de sa maison. Ah, c'est ça. Je peux plus voir... Ok. Voilà. Ah ouais, il y avait un truc aussi. Avec ça. D'accord. Faudra qu'on voie. Les anneaux d'obsidienne. Je stack petit à petit. Il y a qui en prochaine bannière? Arlecchino Cloran. En vrai. Voyons. Qu'est-ce que j'ai? Elle. J'ai un DPS Géo. J'ai un DPS Tendro. J'ai un DPS Electro. J'ai un DPS Cryo. J'ai un DPS Anemo. Encore un DPS Electro. Mais j'ai pas de DPS Pyro. J'ai des bons sub DPS Hydro. Allez, on va se laisser tenter. Il y a de fortes chances que je loupe mon 50-50 comme d'habitude. Ah, une constellation du Nord. Je sais pas du tout, je suis à combien de pitié. Bon, je dois être à 20. Je dois vraiment avoir 0, je pense. Ok, une constellation sur Kachina. Toc. 30 du coup. Bon, toujours rien, on va passer. Bennett c'est 6 du coup j'ai. Du coup... Ouais, j'ai vraiment 0. Bon du coup 40. « 50. » 60. J'ai même pas des multis de fou. Genre j'ai que un 4 étoiles à chaque fois. Bon ça commence avec un 4 étoiles, il y a moyen qu'il y en ait un deuxième. Non, même pas. Super. Ah, il m'en manque. Bon, j'ai perdu le fil. Bon, toujours pas. Mais je l'ai C6, Bennett. Qu'on m'a rendu un peu. Autre chose, j'ai dit ici. Do, oui. Super. Bah, il me semble que j'ai déjà une petite pas trop mal là-dessus. 10, 15, 20. Ah non. 23. 23, 33, 34. Du coup. J'ai encore plus une arme que j'ai pas eu. Ah oui, l'arme de Shuri. Bah, du coup, j'ai une pitié assez élevée là-dessus. Ouais. Je crois en vrai c'est les premiers 4 étoiles que j'ai C6. Ah tu as elle aussi. Ah Kachina. Je suis comme mon chien cabot mais... De toute façon je vais bientôt y aller.
Ad Astra Abyssos.
Mais c'est moi ça.
Completing today's commission. Ad Astra.
Je peux refaire un vœu. Super. Si j'ai pas minimum 75 de pitié, ça ne va pas. Je ne peux pas avoir un... Bon après j'ai moyen d'avoir pas mal de primogèmes. Tiens j'ai des trucs à donner là. J'ai de l'exploration à faire, la quête d'histoire, le... Comment ça s'appelle? Les abysses. Étoiles. Oh, les peu en loge de merde là. Après j'ai encore tout ça à aller chercher, j'ai ça à explorer. Ouais, j'ai encore du pain sur la planche. Je peux même peut-être aller faire ça. « 55, 50... » C'est pareil, il faut que je finisse l'exploration. Mais ça donne juste du niveau de réputation, je crois, donc on m'en fout un peu pour l'instant. Je voulais aller voir les statues. Oh. Ok, là il m'en faut 32. 100 primo. Et une clé de sanctuaire encore. Ok. Ah, j'allais dire, je commence à avoir une belle pitié, putain. Par contre, je suis en 50-50. Oh yes!
To guide us across time, we took a land shrouded in darkness and used our own blood and tears to forge it into a home. Now our journey continues, and a new chapter awaits. As the current Pyro Archon, allow me, Mawika, to light your way forward.
Enfin! Un 50-50 de gagné. Le nouveau planeur. Bon, je mettrai celui de Natlan, forcément, il va bien. Ces fleurs là, ça se trouve à aucun Atlan. Ah, j'ai pas le choix, il va falloir y aller. Attends, à 50% de dégâts crit de base. Configure. Oh, bah c'est ce que j'ai fait pour Shilonan. Du coup, il faut pour elle aussi. D'accord. Ça, c'est pas terrible. Ça, c'est un peu mieux. Il y a une Acorano. Ah mais non, ça me va pas, j'aime pas. J'aime pas comment c'est trié. Bon, moi j'ai pas de belle coupe. J'ai pas de bon chapeau. Ah, salut Kono. Kono à Dark. Comment ça va? Ah, j'aime pas. Enfin, quoique. Bah, en vrai, là, il met les dégâts crit d'abord, mais. Bon, après, à voir. Il va me falloir peut-être plus du taux crit. Bah, ça va bien, merci. Bon, du coup, enfin, je regarde ça. Bon, je suis content. Ah d'accord. Quel setup. Ah oui, avec le codex, c'est vrai. Ouais, 40% de taux crit, ça donne. Oui, oui. En plus, j'ai mal lu. Bon, c'est ma faute. Mais bon, je pense qu'il faut quand même avoir genre 40-50.
How many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see.
Pour être bien.
2. Not so many as I thought. I'll get to them tomorrow.
Tiens, il y a encore sucrose ici.
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
Bon, moi, je suis content, j'ai enfin gagné un 50-50. En vrai, je crois que sur le Genshin, c'est peut-être le deuxième que je gagne d'affilée là sur Genshin. Mais sur Honkai, j'en ai loupé. Bah, je suis mon 4e loupé d'affilée. Et... Ouais, du coup, j'irai faire ça. Hors stream. J'irai chercher les points de TP. Ouais, je fasse l'exploration d'Okanatlan là en stream. Puis aller voir ce qui se cache ici. Puis ce sera pas mal. Il me reste du coup la quête aussi d'histoire de Mavwika. C'est qu'elle se cache. Bon, vraiment, ce qui m'a fait le prendre, c'est parce que j'avais pas de DPS pyro. Ça va, je dois en avoir pas mal de ça. À quoi que j'ai dû en utiliser quand même beaucoup pour Shilonen. Ouais, c'est sifflé aussi. Bon, allez. Je vais aller me faire à manger. Tac. Tac, tac. Ah oui, je dis pas si Tlali est peut-être forte, mais bah, quand tu joues à un free-to-play, faut faire un choix. Et puis bon, ce qui m'a fait prendre Mavwika, c'est que j'ai pas de DPS pyro, comme j'ai dit. Des shielders, des healers, j'en trouverai, j'en ai. Mais DPS pyro, j'en ai pas. Donc si j'ai fait le compte, j'ai Dandro, Trio, Anemo, Géo. Et du coup la pyro. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a encore comme élément? Ouais, ça va. Ça va, non. Après, pour le coup, ça colle bien avec le perso, quoi. si l'archon de Natlan n'était pas un archon de DPS, alors que c'est l'archon de la guerre, ça aurait été un peu bizarre. En vrai. Bon, c'est vrai qu'il y a Utao, il y a Arlecchino, il y a Mavrika. Bon, Dio, à la base c'était une DPS, mais c'est plus trop une DPS maintenant. Ouais, elle est classe, mais... Ah oui, c'est vrai. C'est vrai qu'il y en a beaucoup. Ah oui, c'est Electro que j'avais oublié. Electro, j'ai Raiden, j'ai Ketching. Donc ça va. Donc là j'ai Pyro. Je crois que je vais avoir un DPS pour chaque élément. Après il me resterait plus qu'à... Plus de les persos, plus de les teams, tout ça. Du coup ouais, on verra. Et ça sera pour la prochaine fois. Je sais pas quand, va falloir que je voie. Tac. Et je mets le lien du YouTube. Pour avoir accès aux rediffusions de live. Ah moi Nemo j'ai... Comment il s'appelle? Nomade. Que j'ai eu quand... à sa première bannière. En vrai. Tac, et je mets le Twitter aussi pour être averti des lives. Ah et puis merci pour le follow, du coup. Merci d'être passé. Et puis du coup bah je vous souhaite une bonne journée, puis à la prochaine. Ciao ciao.